Okay, everybody, what's going on? Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. We've got a few more left tackle prospects to take a look at here. Reminder, I'll be streaming on Bleacher Report tonight. Link should be posted on the community tab. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll see it later before I go live, so be ready for that. Follow me over on the Bleacher Report app so you can just go straight to the show. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk more about draft stuff tonight. So definitely tune in. Interesting times. All right. So let's take a look at our last few left tackle prospects here, starting with Jalen Travis, another Jalen, Iowa State. Very big, another really, really big tackle guy, but he's got the arm length to probably make it at tackle. And he's not a bad athlete either. 5'14", 40 works for a guy who's 340. You've got a massive amount of explosion in his hips, 35-inch vert, 9'4" broad. So he's not just some big guy that can't move, and at least not entirely. PFF grades have been pretty good the last couple years. Production overall as a pass protector has been good. He's got the size and the length to play tackle in the NFL. He's not losing anything going from the college ranks to the pro ranks there. Was known to be a high character person at Ohio State, very involved with the community. Good luck breaking his latch once he gets locked onto you. Once his hands get on you, good luck. You're done. He can hit with pops, pop in his blocks. Should be playable on both the left and right side. Should be a swing tackle. Even if he never becomes a starter, he can be like a backup swing tackle. Now, he is almost 6'8", and that does hurt him in leverage. Speedier rushers can really eat up his pass protection. He's not able to laterally shuffle fast enough to keep up with the true speed rushers. Not especially athletic or quick. Has to improve his hand usage to offset his weakness in other areas as well. So there are some issues with him maybe playing tackle. I don't think it's going to be fixed by him sliding inside because he is so tall. So there are going to be some things he has to work through here, but there's a lot of talent. So there are holes, don't get me wrong, but I imagine that he's going to be a good backup swing tackle that might be an okay starter on maybe even either side. I don't know. I am worried about his pass rush slides, and I am a little bit worried about him just being a little too big. But I like this one a pretty good amount. I'd go fourth rounder. I'm a little bit higher on him than the aggregate. I'd say fourth round. Versatile backup, got some good traits, maybe could develop into a decent starter. I'm not going to go crazy with it. But I think Jalen Travis is worthy of a fourth round pick, and I think he's worthy of some consideration as, at the very least, a valuable player to have on your team. Great, great traits for sure. Okay, next up we have Jack Nelson of Wisconsin. Jack Nelson, had my eye on him for a little bit here. Tall, 6'7", 314 pounds, so a little bit lean, but not critically so. Average arm length, workable. Aggregate puts him in about the 5th or early 6th, somewhere around there. PFF grades have been good. Last year was really good, actually, almost an 80. Allowed 9 total pressures, 7 penalties. A lot of penalties. That's one area that he needs to work on. He's got measured pass rush slides. For the most part, he's able to go very smoothly into his pass rush slides. He can hit blocks in zone at the second level. He's able to hit those pretty well. Cerebral understanding of how to handle more complex pressure packages when the opposing team is sending like a twist or a stunt. He's able to pick it up really well. So he's a smart football player. He's got skilled hands. His hand usage is on point. He, I think, was a 4-year starter in college, so he's got a ton of experience, so he's going to be relatively ready to go out of the box. On a technical level, he's a sound run blocker in terms of things like leverage and hand placement. And if he needs to add weight, he can. He has the frame to add a little bit of weight if need be. Now, I think he will need to add weight because right now he's not strong enough to really hang at the NFL level. So I do think we need to see him throw on some pounds, throw on some muscle. His run blocking doesn't really create a lot of movement, and his anchor against power rushers is weak. He's going to have to add muscle to overcome that. His pass rush slides tend to get panicky and chaotic against speedier rushers. Like, his initial slides are good, but when trying to keep up with really good edge rushers, he tends to get a little bit out of sorts. He does like the heel clicking a little bit, I think, when his slides that they talk about that you don't want to be doing. And power rushers will be a problem for him right now. He's tall, he's lean, and I think power rushers are going to get to him a little bit. And then you have all the penalties. So he's a really good fit for zone scheme. I think that his ability to handle move blocks is going to be really valuable. He might be better off at right tackle because I don't think he's going to be a great pass protector. But he could get better at that. And Jack Nelson, remember, his dad was an NFL player as well. His dad, he has football in his blood, and he made strides in his college career, so he could continue to make strides in the pros and be an even better, more skilled pass protector as time goes by. I'd go 5th round pick on Jack Nelson. Not crazy about him or anything, but I think there's a place in the world for him. I think that he belongs in the league as a backup swing tackle with a maybe slight lean to the right side. And yeah, that's Jack Nelson for you. Okay, one more guy, and then we'll be done with the left tackles. John Williams of Cincinnati. 6'4" and an eighth. So a little bit shorter and actually pretty stout, that can be good. Arm length is pretty good, almost 34 inches. Giant hands, 11-inch hands. Testing numbers were mixed. They were about average overall, I'd say. Workable. Nothing stand out. Aggregate has him getting drafted at the very back of the 7th round, so he's just barely hanging on right now on the aggregate. You can see that his numbers as a pass protector last year were really good. Allowed 8 total pressures for the Bearcats. So the things about John Williams that immediately jump out, he has the size to be an NFL tackle. He's not super short-armed. He's not small. He's not... nothing like that. He's not going to get overwhelmed size-wise. He gets into his pass slides quickly. He's quick out of his stance at the snap. He knows how to use his hands. He's got skilled hand usage when he's engaged. And his big hands, I mean, you're not going to have an easy time getting his hands off you because they're just so big and strong. Like, he's got firm latch, and that's going to be really hard to deal with as a edge rusher dealing with him. He doesn't really have leg drive. He's not going to be able to clear run lanes, which is disappointing because he is a little bit of a shorter guy. You would expect that guy to really be able to get underneath the guy's pads and just push him out of the way. He gets off balance going into contact. He leans forward, and that leaves him really susceptible to, like, moves and counters. His anchor is not very good. He will get power rushed out of the picture sometimes. And he's also not very effective when put in space. Now, if you're going to slide him inside, which is a real possibility here, and maybe even the preferable way to go about this, he's going to have to add some strength. And that will help mitigate some of his weaknesses, but he still has a lot to adjust with his game to get better. So he needs to play guard in the NFL, but he's going to have to really add some power and strength to pull that off. So I think he's worth a draft pick, but not by much. I go 7th round. I'm not super into this one. I think he's okay as a developmental prospect, but man, there's going to be a lot of work for him to do to become guard ready. And that's it for the left tackles. I think tomorrow we're going to be taking a little bit of an off day. We're going to be doing a couple other things. And then the next day we're going to get back to the draft evaluations with right tackle. And there's only a little bit left, guys. There's not much left. So buckle in, settle down, and let's prep for the final stretch of these draft evaluations. Everybody have a good day. I'll see y'all either later tonight or tomorrow. Again, Bleacher Report tonight. Go Hawks.